this video, I want to talk about some stuff that I'm going to be watching this week, as well as some trades that I already have placed that I'm going to be managing, as well as some longer term stuff like the metals, and where I see them going in the very near future because of, we'll just talk about that when the time comes. Let's first talk about the 3 trades I have placed on right now. CrowdStrike, I'm at 124.42, so we are up about like 5%, just roughly. One point we're up like 10%. I was thinking about taking off the trade, but I thought, just let the market do what it's gotta do. I wanted to have a little bit longer time horizon to see if we could get up to these higher prices, especially back to this kind of fair value line. My definitely cutoff date is, what is this, December 2nd. I got some time, but, that's just that trade for now. Just managing that through the week, seeing what it does. If it does start to have a lot of weakness and starts to, again, approach this 1 deviation line, I might consider just taking it off for a very minor profit, just because I'm not trying to take an L on it right now. What else do we have? Kimberly Clark is the second trade, doing pretty well. 135.33 is the entry point. So like about here, up about 3%, 3.5. Not a big position, but it's doing all right. Just it's in oversold territories. Tesla, I ended up taking that trade on Friday. Average cost is 405.97. I just started a position. This is not my entire one. Yeah, we got it like right there. Very nice, tight risk reward area. I just had to take this opportunity. See what happens. We got I think the elements are aligning for a move up. So yeah. Next up, what am I watching this week? Real quick, actually. EMX. Oh, I'm watching it this week too, but it's one of the things I'm watching. EMX and MAG Mag. They're in the Mag did report what? Okay, I have to read this. They kept changing this on space tourism is going to be a thing. It's going to be great. But I don't know what I'm willing to pay for it right now. You know, I don't know, because the only way they're really making money is based on stock. Or they just offered like, was I think 200 million more shares at $19 or something to raise cash for like that's not the time I want to invest in a company, you know. So picking the time and or buying the stock with these expectations, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, and I don't want the money to sit. But it could be very good trade opportunities. Yeah, we'll talk about that some other time, but that was just interesting. As for like a bigger time frame pattern, you know, they kind of like broke out of this, fell back to retest, and kind of a false breakout. Yeah, it's a false breakout, honestly, but now it's moving higher. We'll take a look at the SPY in a second too. Target also has earnings. Are we on the right thing? Yeah, Target has earnings. The 18th. Walmart also has earnings. The 17th. So a lot of earnings this week in like the retail space. Got Workhorse still on here. I still expect this to see a fall a little bit. I don't know. X US Steel's on my watch list. So a pretty big watch list. Am I going to be trading Home Depot, Lowe's, you know, Walmart? No, I'm not. I'm just going to be watching it, seeing what happens. It's I like to just watch earnings and see. I don't see. It's a good time for volatility and stuff. Maybe if I see some opportunity, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to do anything. I already have 3 trades on right now. That's plenty. And I have all the other positions I have normally, so a little bit too much. 3M. Okay, we gotta watch this real quick. Check this out. Nope, I bet. So, it broke out of this channel, right? Broke out, came down to retest, fell below on that line, then it broke above again, like, all declining volume. Like, what does this thing want to do? I just have no idea, but it's kind of funny to watch. I'm not looking to add again, I'm just... Actually, that's interesting, it did, on a weekly candle, it did close above. That's a nice looking candle, but with that red though, not a lot of volume. Probably not going to break out actually, but we'll see what happens. Alright, let's, what else do we need to talk about? Let's do QQQ and SPY. Let's do SPY first. 6-month time frame. This is the all-time high. You know, we broke above this week, but it got slapped right down, pretty high volume too. And it kind of just faded its way up, descending volume on a fair value distribution line or whatever. I don't know, nothing I can really say. I don't think this is going higher, but again, the market continues to do exactly what I don't think it is. So, QQQ, let's see this. It actually failed to get to that that previous all-time high, but on this high, it did actually touch. It tried to push above, and then it got pushed back down. Then it fell 5% to a support line. Then it bounced. Not a lot of volume though. A lot more volume on the descending move. Okay. I don't know. QQQ and SPY, they can just do whatever they want, to be honest. I don't even know. There's no predictions coming from me that are reasonable. Gold and silver, I think, are in pretty good, important zones. Sorry for all these lines. Again, they're all important price action zones that I need to have. Let's look at gold, though. I think it looks a little bit more clean. Gold is the god market anyway, so... You know, we have an up move. This is still like some sort of like pennant pattern. This is probably a more better trend line, you know. You know, we have this downward move, but then we have this very strong hold support at 175 on GLD. The thing, I've been doing a little bit more research. This candle, or this right here, is, I mean, obviously on economic news and stuff, but the big banks were shorting this position and conviction about how high or how much higher this is going to go in the coming months is quite strong. However, I'm not looking to add, especially these prices, in case if we see some more downward movement. If GLD does fall, the next price zone looks to be about 170, just at this consolidation period. That seems to be a good, and that would be about a 3% fall from the 175 support. It's interesting. So the thing with I think mostly silver, where is it? I think by the end of this year, end of November into December, especially end of December, I think is when we will be having our next big move up. There might be big moves down during that time, and I want to have capital to purchase on those moves. I don't really necessarily want to buy at these prices, even if it does go higher, because I'm already well positioned. Or I'm already positioned. My positions aren't that well. Again, mostly in AG, but I just think something's gotta give. And yeah, maybe this will go down to retest some lower zone, but by the end of December, I think this is going higher. Exactly where, I don't know, I'm not gonna guess, but so I'm not gonna be trading the silver, SLV, or GLD. I'd rather be getting in these miners, especially the good lower market cap companies that can see higher volatility. AG, I'm not as interested in. If I were to add to any position right now, I would want to potentially start MAG Silver Corp. They just seem to have a better business in my opinion. But I need to read this report to confirm that there's something else. KL, I have my position. This is my biggest position, I think, right now. I'm actually curious how big it is. Hold on 1 second. Relative to the portfolio, let's do this. It's about 15%. Actually, I said bigger than 3M. I'm not too sure. But KL is getting to be a massive position. And if I'm getting these prices down here, you know, like 43 bucks, I just see it as a good opportunity. I don't think we're gonna see this lower day. I talk about this way too much. We're just gonna skip this. Is there anything else we needed to discuss? Probably, but yeah, that's all I can think about right now. Let me just think about some stuff real quick. Just scan through. We can look at ExxonMobil actually real quick. They just had their earning or the dividend. We got that nice cash. I think this is beginning the move for Exxon to go higher, you know. Main reason why I think this is because the shift in, not psychologists, the shift in mentality of the future recovery of the economy. Oh yeah, one thing we have to mention is cases in the US are reaching like all-time highs. This is concerning because there's a potential that this market's gonna take a hit. Now, regardless of what happens, in my opinion, the government is gonna print so much stimulus and money and give it to people, whatever, yada yada yada. Even if the market falls, I think it will recover just because it's built on insanely vast amounts of debt and stimulus. If there is a crash or another retest of lower lows based on just what happened, you know, if like it does crash off, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. If it does crash, maybe not back to here, but I want to have some capital to be able to buy some stuff. I will probably, I don't even know what I'd be buying. We'll get there if that actually happens. I would probably be buying more gold miners and stuff. But I don't want to be all in the market in case that happens, so. And it's possible, but it will most likely get bought back up, you know, by someone on really cheap, easy money. So, yes. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this episode. I'm gonna be reading Mag's report. I most likely will make a video on that today or tomorrow. I don't know, because